My brain is an interesting place to be. Hello, lovely people. Welcome to the journey of discovery of self, of other, and of realms beyond space and time. My name is Adrian, and today I want to talk about routines and what that means to someone with autism and ADHD. The thing is, routine is actually extremely helpful for both autism and ADHD. I'm sure when a lot of people think about ADHD, they're probably like, oh, that means you definitely hate routines. But I don't think it's really about not liking routines. It's just difficult to follow most of the time. But once ADHDers are able to find something that works for them, they usually find that it's a massive help for reducing the feeling of being very overwhelmed and makes you feel more in control and stuff like that. The problem is just that the majority of routines that you come across are just the ones that are meant for neurotypical people. So to find one that works for you, you're going to have to venture outside of that and just try different things to see what works. To make routines work for ADHD, you got to create a structure that's optimized for your particular struggles. So you got to work with the time blindness and the working memory issues and find a way to, get the dopamine so you feel regulated. Honestly, don't ask me for advice about that because I'm still not the best when it comes to certain routines. I'm only good at doing things that I actually like and things that would otherwise make me very uncomfortable if I did not do them. And I just get myself to do things that I don't want to do by repeatedly telling myself to do it while still procrastinating it. And then eventually I get myself to do it. But I'm always doing something else. When I need to get myself to do something, I'm always watching TikToks. I'm playing YouTube videos and podcasts in the background. Probably actually what I'm doing most of the time. It's sad, but I'm on my phone a lot. So I find it really hard to just stop doing that and get myself to do something else. But that's the way I get myself to do things sometimes, is I just got something else going on to keep myself entertained. But I feel like the autism part of me has helped me keep up with certain things that I've managed to incorporate into my routine, despite the ADHD making it hard to be consistent, because it's I managed to do something enough times that my autism is okay, and now we do this, and we must always do this. And that's good for my qigong and meditation practices, because that's something that I want to keep up because it's good for my overall health. And I feel like my autism has attached to this idea of before we can leave the house, we gotta do at least one of these, ideally both qigong and meditation. But it's kind of funny, when I had the idea to make this video, I had the question of okay, what's routine like for people who are just autistic without ADHD, and then the same for people with just ADHD. So I started to search for videos and stuff of people talking about this, and I realized that I think I was taking the concept of routine too literally. Because at first I was I don't know if I can say I actually have routine, because time just has absolutely nothing to do with it. I wake up at different times. I don't wake up always at the same time. Around the same time, yeah, but so it's always different. And I was also just kind of assuming that people who are just autistic without ADHD are probably more particular about the time aspect, but that's not necessarily true, I think. Maybe a little, but less so than I was thinking. And because honestly, and a little bit to my dismay, because somebody did tell me this once and I was offended, apparently I'm pretty predictable. I guess I used to think I was more spontaneous. But with the context of me being ADHD, I guess that makes sense because I'm like, guess I just had in my mind like, well, I often get these urges to be spontaneous. And sometimes I do act on that, but more often than not, I'm just extremely predictable. So I really shouldn't argue with that because I definitely do like the same things every single day. Like I have my coffee every day. I eat the same thing pretty much all the time. Like I always have the same breakfast until I decide to switch it up. Like all throughout grade school, pretty much, which is a long time. I pretty much just ate cereal every single day. With like the occasional short period of times when I decided to switch it out for like Pop Tarts or toaster strudel, usually just cereal. For a couple years, I ate eggs every day for breakfast. I don't eat eggs anymore. I don't eat a lot of things anymore. After I got COVID, I pretty much started hating everything. Like, some people thought I was picky before. Well, I definitely am now. So, now I eat avocado toast pretty much every day. Sometimes, in addition to the avocado toast, I'll have my little dairy-free yogurt and or a protein shake, also vegan. And sometimes I would also have oatmeal, but I don't really think I'm vibing with oatmeal anymore. And I always do the same bathroom routine, everything I gotta do there, brush my teeth, wash my face, do my hair. That's always the same. I always make my bed the same way. Like, all my pillows are different, so they go in specific spots, and I have like 8 pillows. Why? I don't really know. That's just kind of what I got when I started living with my grandparents, so that's what I'm working with. And like I already mentioned, I do my qigong and my meditation every day. I do watch different qigong videos to go along with each time, so that's probably good for the ADHD because it's like that sense of novelty that I can get from that. And I switch up the meditation to sometimes I'm just like, just pure sitting in silence. More often though, I put on some kind of guided meditation or maybe like a pure frequency tone or meditation music, whatever. And then I just go and do Instacart pretty much every day. And I should probably take more breaks from that, but to be honest, the guilt of not having enough money to be independent eats away at me every single day, and also the inability to pay bills sometimes. So, but I really don't need to talk about that because I'm not trying to stay in that reality. I'm trying to manifest a more abundant and peaceful reality. So considering that I really do just do the same thing every day, maybe I'm very into routine and resistant to change because I rarely do anything different. I think about it like, oh, I could go do this, I could go to this place today, and then I usually just don't. So I feel like that's a good example right there of my autism and ADHD battling. The ADHD is like, I'm bored. Please switch it up. Let's do something else today. And then the autism is like, absolutely not. What are you talking about? We're going to stick to the plan, staying on the same path. We do not veer off the path. And then my anxiety comes into the mix. And it's like, yeah, we can't even afford to do something exciting. Just keep doing your silly little Instacart so you can make money. And I don't care if you want to take a walk. There is no time. Time is money. And then the autistic inertia is like, we can't stop what we're doing right now. It's going to ruin everything. It feels so much better if we just stay right here, continuing to do what we've been doing. So I feel like the way my autism and anxiety team up together, it makes it harder for the ADHD to actually have a voice in the matter of routine. But sometimes the ADHD is just like raging. And it's like, if we don't go do something right now, I'm going to absolutely lose my shit. Like, we gotta go somewhere, we gotta buy something, we gotta do some arts and crafts, something, anything, please. I'm begging you. Do it now, or I will give you the worst feeling of your life. I will make you feel like you want to escape your own body. If you don't do something, you'll have no choice but to figure out how to astral project right this second, because that's the only way you'll get any relief from this right now. So that's basically my experience with it. I would like to learn some ways of being able to integrate more into my routines, like some more healthy, productive things that will improve my life. Like, there are some things that I do every once in a while that I would like to do more regularly. Maybe I can start trying to make routines that are like something I do once or twice a week or something. I think that's another thing that was tripping up my mind with the whole routine thing. Like, I don't have to do something every single day. I don't know. I just gotta find the hacks, I guess. Because I think this is where the ADHD really messes me up, because I've had many short phases where I'm very good with calendars and to-do lists, but it never lasts. It's like it always ends up being too much, and I find it really hard to keep up. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's about finding better motivation tools or something. I don't know. There's just always a lot going on, and I'm very easily overwhelmed. Maybe I just gotta do like just literally one thing to try to add at a time. Because the thing is, like, it's not even like I try to do a lot. So it just makes me feel bad, because I'm like, wow, I really can't keep up with this. Honestly, there's just a lot to take into consideration when trying to make changes. But, I'm still hopeful about it. And I know that other neurodivergent people have found things that make it easier for them. So I can too. Just a work in progress, And to sum this up, I think that when it comes to wanting to add new routines that you want to incorporate to like improve your well-being and increase productivity, or just something you want to do that's gonna improve your life in whatever sort of way, both ADHD and autism might create some difficulty, because the ADHD is like, wow, this is so boring, and I can't make time for this, and I don't know how to prioritize these things. And the autism is like, but we already have a routine. We do X, Y, and Z, and there is no room for anything else. Why are you trying to change me? I'm perfect the way I am. And the executive dysfunction that comes with both is just like, so I wasn't quite expecting my train of thought to go like this for this video, but hopefully this made sense and you enjoyed the video. Maybe some of you can relate or want to add more. Feel free to comment down below. Feel free to give this video a like if you enjoyed. I appreciate that. It really helps me out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.